if you're good at the shot, so it depends what he gives you, remember. I'm opposite feet, so this is not going to be so easy to get a single. On the other hand, if he brings that hand up, there's my opportunity for the single. If he brings this hand up, there's my opportunity for the high crotch. If he brings both hands up, there's my opportunity for the double. Okay, so what determines which one I take is his arm. But let's say he just comes up with a collar tie and he has this arm protected. See that? So what I'm going to do is shrug, look behind, take the collar tie, work my way up and come into this position. Okay? This hand has to be strong, and the way you make it strong is connect more and more. If my arm is like that, he's just going to pull it out. But if my arm, elbow, now I push it from here all the way to there, is touching my body. And then I get high pressure on his shoulder. So now what I do is much stronger. So now when he tries to pull it out, it's much harder. Not impossible, but it's much harder. So he has the collar tie, I shrug. I should already be shrugged, right? If I'm not shrugged, that's going to be a heck of a difficult thing to get off. But if I'm smart, I already shrugged. See that? So now he can't even get it off if he wants to. All right? And in fact, sometimes you'll feel you can even just go straight into an arm grab to the back instead. Does that make sense? So we're in this position. I want that leg, but his arm is protecting it. He's smart. Okay, if it's a collar tie, look, I'm just going to turn all the way behind. And I push with my shoulder. See that? Capture it like it's a baby, and I don't want to drop that baby. Then I'm going to work my way up and come to here. See that? I'm going to walk away from that leg because that gives me the leg. Okay? If I want that leg, he's got it back. If I walk towards it, it keeps going back. So instead what I do is I pull everything and it comes forward. Okay? I have this, I'm going to drop. And already I have a better position. I don't have to crawl from his legs up to his body. I have this. Depends on what he does. You may simply, or if you want, take seatbelt, take the back, there, or if I'm in this position and he realizes his back is vulnerable, yes, he'll start to turn in. I'm going to come into this position, keep the pressure on, and then I don't want to do this with my foot, and give it to him, okay? So what I like to do is bring that knee higher and higher and higher. Now even if he wants my foot, he's not going to get it, and I end up in mount. Okay, so for the first couple of minutes, what we're doing is we're drilling to get to mount, okay? If he gives you your back, take the back. But generally we'll want, for the sake of the drill, people on the bottom, I want you to turn to the mount. Okay? So one more time. We're here, my neck is short. Boom, double, 2 on 1. I'm going to work my way up, come to here. I want that foot that's too far back. I'm going to walk away from it and then drop. Bang. I come up here, you're strong, cross face. I can go Kimura, I can go back. Or he starts to turn in. Boom, I come in here. He has that underhook. What do? I immediately go under leg. Now the underhook is useless. Okay? And when he realizes that, he takes it out, and I follow him. Now I have the underhook. Okay? So pressure, knee up, knee up, knee up, and I finish in now, semi-high mount with that underhook. Any questions about that? Yes, ma'am.
Can you show the drop, but like without Mitch? It's like the movement.
The movement, yeah. So all I'm doing is I've come into 2 on 1, and I work my way up so that my arm, instead of being here, is now high here, right up tight. It's much tighter. And then I have the waist. His leg is back though, so I pull. That brings the leg forward, and then I just drop, boom, like that. We've got him to the ground. We've got the mount. Okay. Remember, there's basically 3 mounts. There's a middle mount, which is good for MMA, because I'm just going to wail in on punches. But it's not so good for grappling because he's got the bridges, and every time he moves his hips, it affects me a lot. Well, moves, yeah, he has all this. See, everything. is dangerous there. Okay? On the other hand, the lower mount, I can grapevine. As soon as he starts to escape the grapevine, I need to bring my feet there and then keep playing with my feet there. Also pull the head up and I go one side or the other. See if he's coming this side now. I keep my feet and they're kind of ready for the grapevine, but I don't necessarily grapevine. I just want to make it hard for him to catch my feet. If I can cross them under his bum or come higher. See that? Now, what I'm going to do here is I want to get under the arm. If you have the arm because of the takedown, beautiful. If you have the underhook. Okay, but maybe you don't. Yeah, so he's going to be doing that. Okay, so I need to attack the arm. Gotcha, didn't I? Yep. So if that's too strong, go for the other side. All right? That's it. So remember, it's left, right, left, 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 or right, left, right, 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 right. So in this case, why do you laugh? You're a soldier. You should know how important it is. On, what is it? Quick, much, left, left, left. So there's your left arm. Okay, what am I going to do here? I'm going to elevate so that this hand can come under. So there's the left and the right. I want to get, just so you can see, I want to get as deep a grip here as possible. And it's strong. It's not 100%. You don't want to burn out too early. Okay? So that's the right, left. Right, I'm going to spider fingers up. Okay? I'm sorry, left, right, left. Now I go left, left, left. So I go left, pull his head up. Left, grab my own elbow. Left, shrug my shoulder. Look where I am. Does it need to come all the way in front of my face? It doesn't. Sometimes it's just there. That's enough. Now, it's really important that you do this in order. Because if you don't do it in order, what happens is he finds a tiny little pocket of air there. And he's breathing, and you can't work out what's not working. And he's like... And, you know, I've mentioned numerous times in the old days in the Shadow Brothers, after a really hard workout, the gi was saturated with sweat, we'd lie down and put the gi on our face and have conversations. And I'd last 2 or 3 breaths. Those guys would last half an hour. So good guys get used to it. So you need to make sure that the face is trapped. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I need to get the arm. He's not going to give it to me too easy. So I'm going to catch it like I'm going for Americana, and I come under. Okay, elevate the shoulder, take the lat. That's the left, right, left. Spider fingers up. If he fights it, it's going to be hard. Don't let me get it up. Is that your sore shoulder?
It's sore.
Yeah, so I'll go. So if he fights it, then we'll get to a point where if he's strong, you won't be able to bring it up. Okay, so what you do now is watch. I take my head over, and then I come back. Take my head over, then I come back. And I want that elbow the height of his head. Okay, once I'm there, now I go head, elbow, shrug. And this is the position. And by doing it correctly, now his head's kind of stuck in the middle. Okay, and then I just head north, my chest down, my head down, and I just wait till he can't breathe anymore. Okay? For you advanced guys, what you may like to do, sorry Mitch, it's horrible I know, but I have this grip, I don't want to let it go. So what I'm going to do now is take my head down and keep this grip strong. This is the key. I drop my shoulder to his chest and then I flex and come back up under his neck. Now this is tight. And the only real tension is in my fingertips. Come here, come off, come in, and I push. Now, if you don't get the tap, you keep the tightness on and head back to the mount, and then you go again. Okay? Mitch and I go back 30 years, so I know he's not going to punch me now. He'll wait till my funeral. Okay, so we're clear on that? It's left, right, left, 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 or right, left, right, 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 right. And here's what I mean. Left, lifts the shoulder. Right, takes the armpit. Left, spider fingers. Then left, lifts the head. Left grabs my elbow. Left shrugs. And then I have his face up in the middle, head north, and put pressure. 3, 2, 1. Thanks. 2 key points that I worked out in training last night. I wasn't here last night, I was at my karate club. cambo. And the 2 points are this. One, I mentioned, you need to do it in order. That's why the left, right, left is really important you get that correct. Because if you don't, they're going to find a little gap. And they'll breathe, and if they've got air, they can do things. Okay? The other thing, I'm going to go this side. So I go right, left, right, 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 right. Okay? Now when I do Katagatame, sometimes they're too big. Okay, we'll get to that in 1 sec. But this is the second thing. Tom, remember I said there were 2 things? This is the second thing for the Katagatame. I'd make sure my elbow was under their head for a start. And that's why Christy was showing us an escape from Katagatame. But the reality is, if the elbow is deep, it won't happen anymore. Okay? I come here. Now this is the second key. I drop my shoulder to the chest. Then I flex my bicep. And then I come back up again. And that alone often is enough. That's the second. And if you leave those 2 out, you run into trouble.
So that was less of a rotation, it was just go sound and back up.
Yes. You're not rotating at all. Okay. Now I'm going to go this side so you can see it there. I'm here. And I even post there. And I drop my shoulder to the chest. I flex. And then I come back up. And then I push in. Okay. But we're going to work on the idea that the shoulders are too big for me. Okay? I can't do it. This is what was happening there. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to cross face, capture the arm, step over, squeeze my knees, armbar. I have his right arm, where does it go? Over my right with my exactly. Right arm, over right, to my right, with my right. Okay? So you're transitioning now to an armbar because the Katagatame is either too strong or he's just like, he's too big. His shoulders are too big. Can't make it work. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to come here. You can even bring this knee up first if you like. See that? Cross face. Notice this arm is still under. That alone, you'll get a tap there sometimes. I don't pull the arm out too early. You get a tap right there. Okay? But if you want to be nice to your teammates, because, you know, we're a friendly club here. The art of, whoever called this the art of gentleness blows my mind. Okay, look, keep that cross face. See Mitch's head is there. Okay, I'm going to come up and I pull his shoulder. Boom. Look, I keep the shoulder. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. I have this foot under. If you want, you can bring it over. If you're advanced, they start to hitchhike. I'm going to go there. Okay, you can bring a foot here. Do all these sort of things. Wrist lock, the works. Okay, so let's transition now from a failed Katagatame into an armbar. Any questions? 2, 2.